Well, the Orlando Magic are waiting for the Chicago Bulls later on tonight at the Kia Center, and this is going to be a tough game to play. The Orlando Magic are 1-1 so far this season. Two tough games. They gave up a big lead to the Atlanta Hawks last game. Paulo Banchero has not been shooting well to begin the season. They got a new guy in Desmond Bain. They thought they can bring in a hired assassin to help them propel them to the next level. This gonna be a tough game for us. It's a wounded animal. Who are the top ops from the Orlando Magic that the Bulls got to deal with? We gonna hear about it. But you gotta hear the music first.
Cognac, gang.
Shy Boys podcast with the Cognac Boys. I am Cognac Boy CDubb, holding it down on another daily episode of Shy Boys podcast. If you like what you listening to, make sure you hit that like button, punch that subscribe button. Now let's get to the ops. The Chicago Bulls are going to Orlando tonight to face the wounded animal that is the Orlando Magic. 1-1, as I said previously. We gonna talk about the top three ops. So you may think that you know who the top ops are on this team because it'd be obvious that you'd be like, oh, the leading scorer, this guy, he rebounds the most, he got the most assists. But no, I'm doing the top ops to the Chicago Bulls specifically in the past damage that they done to our team. So let's get this started up at number one. Gotta start. I mean, you gotta start with Paulo Banchero. You gotta start with Paulo Banchero. And I am going to say that Paulo Banchero has started off this season atrocious, bro. This man is averaging 17. I'll give him 18 points a game, 9 rebounds, and 1 assist. But that ain't why he's struggling. That seems like some good numbers, but it ain't good numbers for him. We expect him to be, be around that 22 to 25 point per game range. Paulo Banchero is shooting 34% from the field. Paulo Banchero is shooting 12% from 3-point range, 70% from the free throw line. So why would this be a threat? Why would he be a threat to the Chicago Bulls? I think it's obvious. You do not want him to come out of his funk against us. Why must we be the ones to get that frustration take out on? We must have antennas up. I'm looking at Vooch, Patrick Williams, Montes Buzelis, maybe even a little bit. I don't like that matchup for Montes, but I'm willing to sit back and see what he can do. But we must keep Paulo Banchero in this funk. Do not let him break out, bro, because he is due for a 30-point, 40-point game. Don't let it be us. I beg of you. So all of you Jalen Smiths and Nick Vooch and Patrick Williams and Montes Buzelis, I'm thinking maybe Julian Phillips too. You throw him in there, but maybe not. You got to be ready to hoop, bro, because he's going to be coming in with some extra motivation. He has not started this season off right. Top up, Paulo Banchero. Let's get to the next one. Now, this guy right here, bro. My nephew can't stand this guy right here. Can't stand him. I'm starting not to can't stand him neither. You want to know why? Because he always doing something to stop my team from winning. Hitting a lucky three, D'ing up full court, making it difficult for Kobe White in the past. On the season, he only averaging 13 points per game, 3 rebounds. I'll give him 4 rebounds. It's 3.5. And 3 assists with 1 steal with no blocks. 3 turnovers a game, though. He's not even having a regular season. He kind of coming out the breaks a little slow, too. Jalen Suggs is a problem to the Chicago Bulls. He's an okay player in general throughout an 82-game season. But when it comes to playing the Chicago Bulls, he is a damn superstar. He makes all the plays, guarding multiple positions. He turns to Jason Kidd. He usually gets 7 to 8 assists when he plays against us. And he locks up our point guard with his aggressive project defense. Yeah, I said it, project defense. And he's balding. And he think that headband is going to hide it. That ain't nothing but hate, Jalen Suggs. I'm just mad for what you do to my team. So it's going to be the guards, Giddey, Trey Jones, Ayo Dosunmu. We're going to have to be strong with the basketball. We're going to have to keep our eyes on Jalen Suggs when he's on the offensive end. If you ain't paying attention to this guy, he could drop 20, 25 points on you. And those are 20, 25 points of meaningful baskets. Jalen Suggs is even a bigger problem than Paolo Banchero. Because what he does on both sides of the court. If we do not have our antennas or horns directed at Jalen Suggs, he will hurt us. He will hurt us, bro. Jalen Suggs is the top op from the Orlando Magic, not Paolo. Paolo's the biggest threat. Jalen Suggs is the top op from the Orlando Magic. Now, let's get to the third and final op. And he's a new guy. The new guy. The Orlando Magic, during the offseason, picked up Desmond Bane. We know Desmond Bane from his Memphis days. He's second leading scorer on the Orlando Magic. 19 points per game, 6 rebounds and 4 assists. He's having a pretty solid season. This is a new guy entering the fray of this rivalry between the Chicago Bulls and the Orlando Magic. You know what he can do. He can shoot it. That's what he likes to do mostly. He just like to spam threes. If he gets hot, he can shoot you right out the game. If he's cold, he can shoot the Orlando Magic out the game. They just don't know it yet because he had a pretty good start. Let's see what he's shooting from 3. See, he shoots 30% from 3 on 7 attempts per game. 7 attempts per game, 30%. 37% from the field. Desmond Bane can break a game open now. So when I'm looking at Ayo, when I'm looking at Kevin Huerter, who did a good job in defense last game against the Detroit Pistons, you got to really put your hard head on, bro. You're a tough little short arm guard, bro. You get to the basket on occasion too. But what he wants to do is spam threes. Chase him off the three-point line. That is where his effectiveness is. The three-point line. Defense, he going to play tough. He's a competitor. He likes to compete. He'll get in your face, talk a little trash. Perfect guy. This is a perfect guy for my man Isaac Okoro right here. The perfect guy for Isaac Okoro right here. This is what we paid Isaac Okoro for, to come in and silence guys like this. And this is not on the difficult media. This ain't gonna be the hardest matchup that he faces this next week. This ain't gonna be the hardest matchup he can face. So I'm looking at Isaac Okoro. Can you do your job and not shut him down, but contain Desmond Bain? That's your mission. Can you get it done, Isaac Okoro? We gonna see. Now, I want to get to some wild cards. I got a couple wild cards that didn't make the list, but there are some threats as well. I must say that France Wagner, he's the leading scorer of Orlando Magic right now, 25 points per game, 5 rebounds, and 4 assists with 1.5 steals per game. He's in the ilk of a something like Montes Buzelis without the defensive prowess on the other end and without the athleticism. Big 6'10" shooting guard guy. He could be a problem. He could be a problem. But I don't see him as big as a threat as the other guys. So he just get a special nod. He get a special nod. And the other guy I'm going to do is Wendell Carter Jr. Wendell Carter Jr. looks like he settled into a role the first 2 games. He's going to be that hard hat and lunch pail guy. At the end of both games that they played this season, he has grabbed some very physical, contentious rebounds and gone up and got and ones. This is going to be a problem for us, Nick Vooch. I want to see something else, Nick Vooch. You impressed me last game. I still want you out. You still can sway me, though, if you get in here and you can keep Wendell Carter Jr. off the glass. Keep him off the glass. Box him out. He's not going to be much of a threat on the offensive side, although when he plays the Bulls, he's averaging like 16, 17 points per game. But he ain't going to win the game for them. Vooch, this is an easy task for you. Keep this guy under 6 rebounds. Can you do it, Vooch? Huh? I hope so. The Chicago Bulls play the Orlando Magic later on tonight, 7 p.m. Make sure y'all tune in to the live call. We will be there. If you are not there, you are square. I'll see y'all later on. Orlando Magic, huh? All right.
Cognac. Gang.